Dengar ke Dr. Nick? Hello, Dr. Nick? Hello?
Okay, Assalamualaikum dan selamat petang. So, bersua lagi dalam virtual masterclass pada minggu ini. So, kita bersama dengan seorang lagi pakar dalam bidang industri digital design. So, hari minggu ini kita mendengar lecture masterclass preview bersama dengan Profesor Madya Teknologis Dr. Tan Si Guan untuk membincangkan berkenaan dengan satu kursus yang juga penting dalam program Master of Innovation and Design ni. So beliau bakal membincangkan berkenaan dengan the principle of concept of digital design dan juga augmented reality, dan merupakan satu kemahiran ataupun skill yang kita tawarkan dalam program Master of Innovation and Design, especially for under specialization of digital design. So mungkin untuk kursus digital design and architecture, kita mungkin boleh fokus kepada beberapa aspek yang kita tengok, melibatkan penggunaan konsep game design, digital game design. So macam mana kita nak tengok teknik-teknik dan juga kemahiran teknikal yang diperlukan untuk kita membangunkan sesuatu game design, game untuk education, game untuk entertainment dan sebagainya. Jadi konsep yang asas sebegini kita perlu lihat dan sebagainya. So tanpa melengahkan masa, saya mohon mempersilakan Dr. Tan Si Guan untuk membentangkan Okey, tapi sebelum tu kita akan nak tengok juga kita telah melalui beberapa siri masterclass preview, yang kita bincangkan bermula dari minggu dari 21 Januari 2021, dan kita dah mendengar beberapa kursus berkaitan dengan program Master Innovation and Design ini. Kita ada kursus seperti Sustainable Design, Creative Media Design, Digital Design dan sebagainya. Dan minggu ini kita mempelawar Dr. Tan Si Guan untuk memberi sedikit preview kepada program salah satu kursus yang kita tawarkan dalam program Master of Innovation and Design ini, iaitu Digital Game Design and Architecture. Okey, dan kita akan lihat sebentar lagi. Okey, dan apa yang kita harapkan dalam program ni. So kita akan program Master of Innovation ataupun program Master of Innovation and Design ni, kita ada pengkhususan digital design. Okey, dan kita dah bincangkan beberapa siri, dan untuk minggu ini kita jemput Dr. Tan Si Guan dan okey, so dia dah ready di talian. Okey, silakan Dr. Tan.
Okey, terima kasih PM Dr. Nick Zulkarnaen. Very good afternoon, salam sejahtera kepada rakan-rakan yang sedang mendengar webinar ini. So saya introduce saya sendiri dulu. So nama saya Dr. Tan Si Guan, lecturer pensyarah di Fakulti Teologi Kreatif dan Warisan. So bidang yang saya mengajar di Fakulti FTKW ini adalah dalam bidang multimedia. So di sini hari ini I just nak sharing lah. Okay, nak just nak berkongsi pengalaman saya untuk menghasilkan aplikasi atau games menggunakan teknologi augmented reality. So I will share to you some knowledge. What is the AR, how to design the game, and then what is the software and tools normally we are using for create the AR games or AR mobile apps. Okay, so at the end I will show you some of my work lah. Okay, some of my project by using AR. Okay, so I hope you enjoy my sharing. Okay, so this is my slides. Dr. Nick, can you see my slide? Dr. Nick? Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the title today I want to share to you all. So which is the augmented reality games. Okay. So before slide dah besar dah. Dah besar lagi ya? Sekarang slide ke berapa lah Dr. Nick? Oh, patutnya sekarang design thinking dah. Tak apalah, dia macam slide dia tak bergerak ni. Okey, boleh ya? Sekarang macam ini boleh ya? Okey, boleh. Okey. So before we start our project or our multimedia product to develop our project, so normally we need to know what kind of project we want to develop and what is the main issue. Okay, so this is the design thinking I apply for my project. So normally as for this design thinking we have 5 stages lah under 5 fasa. So I think this is not only suitable for game design thinking, not only suitable for game, but it's suitable for apply for any product. Okay, we want to develop. Okay, so firstly we see the first one. Maybe we see the entities. Okay, entities. This is the way we want to get our games. Okay, what is the main issue? Okay, so normally you will get the issue, the problem when you listen to somebody. Okay, for example, I want to develop a game or apps. Okay, or education apps. So maybe you want to let let the user to learn some mathematics. Okay, so what kind of games or apps you want to develop? So you can normally we can go to our survey, to our listen to the audience and so on. So we get our problem. Okay, so this is the first stage. Okay, after we know the problem, the issue, so now we define our scope. Okay, this is the second stage. So we need to define our scope. So what kind of scope, and then what is your objective for your apps? Okay, and then what is the scope for your apps? Okay, so and what is your assumption for your application? So means that we need to define in your in this phase. Okay, so after we define our objective, our scope, so now we go for the idea. So idea means that, okay, normally you want to develop a games or a product, so you have a team. Okay, you need to come up a team, and then the team, and then you will brainstorming. Okay, you will brainstorming and what kind of apps, and then what kind of design, and what kind of idea, layout, and so on. Okay, in your application. So maybe normally in idea, so we are throw out our idea, our concept, okay, in this stage. So after we have idea, and then we come to the prototyping. So we develop our apps. So in this phase, maybe it's a real development for our application. Okay, so maybe what kind the application, the software, the hardware tools we use to develop our application. Okay, so after we develop our prototype, our apps, so our games. So now we go to the last one is for the testing. Okay, maybe you can go test the efficiency of your games, the layout, okay, of your game, and then the button function or not function. So you have the testing phases in. Okay, so normally this is the design thinking I'm applying in my project. So basically, my field is multimedia, but the subject matter is based on the subject expert. For example, I have a few projects like language, Japanese language. Okay, so normally I will interview a few lecturers, a few Japanese language lecturers. Then, so what is your issue currently? Because mostly now is COVID, pandemic COVID-19. So most of our class is online. So what kind of apps and games we can develop for the students learning from their own pace or from their own in at their home. Okay, so this is why I'm this is the first phase that okay, I'm develop my app. So I just think about these 5 stages. Okay, next. Okay, so next slide is I want to talk about the augmented reality. So maybe some of you are first time to listen to hear what is the AR. So normally AR is the integration of digital information with the user environment in the real time. So so we can see the AR technology is something like we have something we display our digital information on the top of the real environment. Okay, in the real environment. For example, okay, when you scan markers or when you scan markers or we scan the object and then the object, the 3D object or the digital information will pop up on your screen. But in the reality, the object are not exist. Okay, it's just like integrate the digital information in the real environment. That's why we are applying using AR technology. So later I will show you a few examples. So what is the AR technologies? Okay, so you can see this is a few example application of AR technology. Okay, when you see this AR technology, we can see IKEA company, they're using AR technology to visual their product in the real environment. Actually, you can see the chair, the tables are not in the real environment. When the user use the handphone to scan the markers, like for example, you can see the books, the object will appear on the computer screen or in the handphone screen. So this is what kind of AR technology. So AR technology is not only applied for the product, so it's also a very useful when you apply in education. So I want to show you another example applied in education. Okay, so when you see this video, so you can see when I scan the picture or the markers, and then the object will pop up. Okay, so it's help us to learn some mathematics or some science by using the AR application. Okay, so basically how's AR work? So we can see so I'm sure now you know what is a barcode. Okay, barcode means that when you use your handphone or the barcode scanner to scan the barcode, and then the information will pop up on the screen. For example, like when you go for the shopping market, shopping mall. Okay, when you go to the counter, you pay for your product, and then the cashier will using scanner to scan the barcode, and then the price will appear on their screen. So this is the idea how AR market works. So for example, we have another example, for example, QR code. Okay, so the QR code is something like marker also. So we can scan our code, okay, like this example, we can scan our QR code, and then we can link to our website, and then we can link to our video and so on. So compare with barcode, of course, QR code can store a lot of information, okay, compare with the barcode. So when we go to the markers, so markers is also the concept is same like a barcode and QR code, but when you want to pop up, the content is more rich compared with the QR code. So when you can think about the previous example, the IKEA example. So when you scan the barcode or you scan the markers or any image, okay, you can see actually we can pop up not only the text, we can pop up 3D object. Okay, we can pop up 3D object, we can pop up video, and then we can pop up some interaction activities, okay, by using AR. So this is the advantages AR markers or AR technology. Is we can apply in production, we can apply in engineering, we can apply in education, and even in medical health science and so on. So it's a very useful for this AR technology. Okay, so this is how AR works. For example, this is a physical world, so we can see like the IKEA example. So the physical actually when we scan the markers and we scan the object by using the handphone, and then we pop up the chair, the table on our reality. Actually, in the reality, the object are not exist. Okay, the chair are not exist. They only just pop up on our screen. Okay, so maybe we can use not only a handphone. I mean, we can use any smart device to pop up our content. So we call this a digital content. So in this case, digital content not only 3D modeling or 3D model. So digital content is any kind of digital content. For example, video, audio, visual, 3D, or any. Okay, so we can AR display. For example, we can using handphone. We can scan by using glasses, and then we can using some smart tab and so on. So we have a lot of AR devices. Okay, but most commonly we use is by using our phone. Okay, so now I'm sure with the current technology, AR is more matured. Okay, compared with the previous one. Okay, so for example, now I'm sure in Apple technology, they're also using AR for a certain application. Okay, so maybe we can see this is not we can see in the future. So AR technology we can apply in our daily life. Okay, so when you see on your mirror on your when you're driving, and then you can appear a lot of information on the screen. Okay, by using AR technology. Okay, so this is the AR works. So normally this is the common conventional AR technology. Normally we need to download the application. Okay, so you need to create apps, or you will need to make apps. Okay, and then when you download and then install the apps into your phone, okay, or your smart tablet and so on, and then you can, after you install, and then you can open the app, and then you can scan by using your handphone, and then the 3D object will pop out on your phone. So it's similar. The concept is similar to QR code or barcode. So the difference is the QR code and the barcode, the information you appear not as much as the AR marker. Okay, you think about the for the barcode, you just only can pop up text. Okay, text, for example, like the price, the brand, and so on. This only text form. Okay, when you are switched to a QR code, so they can link to the website. Okay, they can put up some image and so on. So by using the QR code. So when you are using the AR markers, so it's more rich. I mean, the content is more richer than compared with the barcode and the QR code. Okay. So the category of AR application. So normally we have a few category. Okay, the AR application. So normally, just now I'm show you the IKEA concept, the IKEA project, or the IKEA catalog. Is we call this as market-based or image-based. So market-based or image-based is something that we need to scan based on a certain image or based on certain markers. Okay. So when you see the image, okay, when you can see these markers, the image of this is the markers. Okay, so I'm already built the AR, the object will overlay in these markers. So when I scan by using the handphone, and then the object will pop up. Okay, the 3D object, this is the 3D Taj Mahal, will pop up on the phone. Okay, so this is the marker based, okay, or image based. So for example, the concept is same like the QR code. So you have the code, okay, you have the code, and then you scan the QR code, and then you can link to the website, and then you can pop up the image and so on. So the same thing with the barcode. The barcode, you also can scan the barcode, and then the information, the text form will show on your phone. Okay, this is the common one. Okay, we call this as a market space. Okay, this is the second category, okay, which is the location based. So location based is we are not based on the marker, okay, we based on the location. Okay, we all we know is we know the world, every spot in this world we have location, right? We have the longitude and then we have the latitude. For example, we have the X and Y. Okay, when you stand in your current places or your current location, so actually you have you can detect by using your latitude and longitude for your location. So this is the same thing. So we can base on the location. Okay. So I'm sure a lot we have one famous game called Pokemon Go. Okay, called Pokemon Go. Okay, so the Pokemon Go is one of the example. Okay, by using location-based AR technologies. So it means that you no need to scan the markers, but when you driving, and then you can see the monster. The monster will appear on your car, bedroom, on anywhere. Okay, because they are using location based. Okay, so when you want to play Pokemon Go, the first thing is you need to have internet, and then you need to on your GPS. Okay, so if you are not on your GPS store, you cannot play Pokemon Go lah, because it's based on your location. It is location based. Okay, so maybe give you the video so you can see how this is a Pokemon Go example.
Creeping through the grass, iPhone carefully outstretched. Don't freak out. He's probably just playing Pokemon Go with its brand new Apple ARKit update. It's an overhaul of the game's augmented reality mode, which makes it way more interesting than before. Instead of Pokemon just kind of floating there, you can walk right up to these creatures and see how tiny or huge they really are. Mind you, they might run away if you get too close.
Oh, run away. I scared them away.
But if you sneak up carefully, they'll be easier to catch and give you bonus experience points too. For best results, make sure to move when they're calm. Throwing a nana berry can help. When you see those words expert handler, you're close enough to throw the Pokeball. If you turned off the game's AR mode and never looked back, it might be time to turn it on again, particularly since the game's creators says it uses less battery life now too. The team says the update should be available soon for iPhone 6s and up, but sadly...
Okay, so this is an example, we're using location-based example. So as I mentioned just now, so we need to on our GPS. So if you are not on your GPS, then they cannot detect your location. Okay, they cannot detect your location, then the object will not appear lah. I mean, monster will not appear on your phone. Okay, next, the next one is object tracking. Okay, so the object tracking means that we are based on the real object shape. Okay, for example, by using this one, this is my real object. When I scan the motor, or when I scan the car, the real object, and then you detect the shape. Okay, and then the information will pop up, okay, on your screen. Okay, so this is, we call it as object tracking. Of course, your object must be static. Your object cannot be moved. Okay, because when you are moving object, means that they cannot detect the shape, the layout of your object. Okay, the object detection must be static. And mostly they are not changed lah. Okay, so if your object frequently change or very dynamic, so they are not suitable by using object tracking. Okay, for example, mostly we apply this in the machine. Okay, the machine are normally are static. So when you scan the machine, and then the object will pop up, I mean on your screen, the machine will pop up on your screen and so on. Okay. So this is the example by using object tracking. Okay, so when you see the example, this is the real object. This is the real object. So when I scan by using my phone, and then the object, this is the animation, and then we can overlay on the object, okay, on the screen. Okay, so that's why we are using object tracking lah. So if your frequently, I mean, this object is not static, I mean, you cannot using object tracking. So normally, I repeat that normally object tracking we are using for a static object. Okay, so this is the AR display like I mentioned just now. So we can using handheld devices. For example, like you can using your handphone, your tablet. So this you call this as a handheld devices or display. So and then we can have a head-mounted display. For example, like glass. Okay, then we can wear the glass, and then the object will appear on your glass and so on. So this is a head-mounted display. So and then we have the spatial display. Okay, maybe we based on some projection. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, this is the software we are using to create my 3D object lah. So because most of my project are 3D modeling, so this is the software I'm recommended by using to create 3D object. So if you want to using some freeware, so of course you can try Blender. Okay, Blender free lah. So if you are if you want to use more advanced software, 3D software, maybe you can consider like Maya, 3D Max, SolidWorks, and so on. So most our project using Blender because freeware, so you can download and then you can use to create 3D object by using Blender. Okay, so if you have some experience to create some 3D character, 3D object, maybe you can try Blender. Okay, this is the software available in the market. Okay. Okay, and then next one we have the AR creator. So if you want to create AR apps, okay, or games, so you need to have some AR SDK. Okay, so mostly we can use some the product from Vuforia, the AR core, okay, or ZipWorld layout and so on. And then some apps are not existing already, not in the market. So this is some dominant apps. I mean, SDK we can see from the internet. Okay, so in my project, I'm using Vuforia, okay, to create AR apps. Okay, and then if you are familiar using AR core for Android, so maybe you can consider AR core. So if you want to create apples, maybe you can think about AR kit, AR toolkit, AR kit. Okay, the middle one is the AR kit. This is for the Apple. I think they have a new logo, new version for the AR kit. Okay. Okay. So the last thing is you want to create your application, your apps, your games. So we need to use some game engine. So this is the two game engine are quite famous, popular in the market. So maybe you can consider Unity or Unreal Engine. So if you want to create the games, so normally you can think about these two, like Unity and Unreal game engine. Okay. Okay, and next, so this is the experience. So normally I create my project using Blender plus Vuforia plus Unity. So this is the software I'm normally using to create. So it depends because most of my project are using 3D, so I need using 3D software lah. So for example, if you are create some video, you want to create some audio, means that this is the different software you want to create. Okay, as for your information, the overlay object or the part object not only 3D modeling is any kind of digital information or digital content. Okay, because mostly I'm using 3D software, so I want to create a 3D object. So I'm using Blender and plus the Vuforia library, AR library, and then we create the games, the apps by using the Unity, the game engine. So and then we create the AR apps. Okay, so it depends on what kind of content you want to create. For example, if you want to create video, so maybe you can think about the software, the video editing software, and so on for the video. Okay, so next, I want to show you some example. So this is a few example I create last few years. Okay, I created last few years. So you can see I created the AR architecture, okay, the AR wildlife, and so on. So you can see this is some basics AR application. Okay, so when you see this is the marker. So so mostly my project is the marker based. Okay, so when I scan the markers and then the object, the 3D model will pop out on my tablet, on my phone. Okay, and then most of my project are in education because mostly because I'm do most of the project in education field. Okay, so this is another app. Okay, this is for the kid to learn some animals by using AR technology. Okay, so we go for the next. Okay, so this is the just Japanese language, learning Japanese language, and this is app we create for learning Japanese language. Okay, so this is another example for the kid also. So we are using coloring AR. So means that when you color your object and then you pop up what's the color you have colored, okay, for your object. Maybe I fast forward a bit. Okay, so this is a few project I'm developed. Okay, so I think this is a reference. I think that's all for my presentation. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Nick.
Okay, thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Tan Guan for the very great presentation. So maybe we open any question from our participant today. Maybe you want to ask a few questions about the program or about the content that we deliver in today's session. Anyone?
Hai Dr. Tan.
Okay, Jafrul.
Okay, contoh kalau macam untuk industrial design, kan, kita ada produk, then yalah, of course lah kita pertama dia TKW lah kan. Kita produk kita just yalah duduk dalam studio macam tu. Which is apps ataupun software mana yang sesuai kita nak gunakan, kita nak tak tahu lah AR kan benda tu, which is macam tadi kan ada motor tu kan, so kita dapat content melalui static punya figure tu dan dapatkan dia punya siapa designer dia macam tu. So software mana yang sesuai kalau kita nak gunakan, nak bangunkan lagi lah kan. Sekarang ni macam semua lebih pada physical punya content kan.
Okay, so thank you Dr. Madya. Dr. Madya Jafro. Okay. My suggestion, okay, since we have the 3D modeling, for example, you have the furniture and then you have the 3D model. Why don't we can do something like like IKEA concept. Okay, so we can try to add the catalog book. We call as an AR catalog book. So you can scan the markers and you can put up your furniture design, your some information of the creator. So I think you can create, but if you want to using how to say the object tracking, okay, the object tracking. So firstly, okay, the application, I mean the software is more expensive, okay, because it's more commercial use, okay. For example, like automobile, like the factory, the machine. So my suggestion, if you can do something like AR markers, like AR IKEA book, so we can proceed. Okay, we can proceed. So and very simple, because since we have the 3D model, so I'm sure, because when we want to create furniture, we have the 3D design. Okay, and then we can use this kind of 3D design, and then we try to AR kan, okay, and then we can make it in an AR catalog. So we are not only show the static image, for example, like when you want to show to your client, you just can see only 2D image. Okay, when you can using AR, means that you can scan your markers, and then you can share the 3D furniture to your client. So you can, of course, you can do some action, for example, interaction, for example, like you want to enlarge your image, you want to rotate your image, or you want to move your image. This is very basic function in the AR apps. So you can program by using Unity. Yeah. Can I answer your question?
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tuan.
Thank you.
Okay.
Doktor, tak ada soalan. Tak ada. Saya ni baru pelari masuk toilet, doktor. Janganlah dipanggil. Sorry. Tak ada. Saya kalau saya ada soalan, saya boleh tanya Dr. Tan personal.
I think yeah.
Dan kita akan sambung pada minggu hadapan bersama dengan pensyarah dan juga bersama dengan kursus lain yang kita akan merupakan sebahagian daripada kursus yang ditawarkan dalam Master of Innovation and Design ini. Dan terima kasih semua yang menghadiri kelas pada minggu ini, dan kita berjumpa lagi. Okay, terima kasih. Good luck and all the best. Terima kasih Dr. Tan.
Terima kasih, thank you, Dr.
Terima kasih semua.
Okay, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Bye.
Good luck and all the best.
Alright, bye semua.
Thank you.
Dr. Tan, cepat sikit, dah lambat.